I mean,
well, we just launched some people to the space station, did we not?
Yeah, we did.
Because you had mentioned something before we started that this was a brand new rocket that they went up on.
Technically,
yeah, got me curious.
Yeah, I mean, in all technicality. So last night, like when I was trying to stay up and I fell asleep trying to watch the launch last night. But last night, it was mission MS-16. New crew flew to the International Space Station, of course, on Soyuz because, as you know, we still don't have the commercial crew program yet, so this is the only vehicle that is currently flying crew. But this was technically the first time a crew has flown on an orbital mission on a new rocket or a new variant of a rocket since 2002. So the way this works, and this is kind of confusing, is the Soyuz basically came out with a Soyuz 2 some time ago, and it has like a digital flight computer. Woo! And what's
it's got
hilarious,
an Apple IIe on board, guys.
But what's hilarious about this is this was the first time that the vehicle was able to align with the azimuth, like in flight, which means where it goes up, it rolls, on its own using the digital flight computer, and then aligns itself along the trajectory. The old school Soyuz U and the Soyuz FG, which is how humans had been launching, they would physically turn the launch pad to align to the azimuth because it had an analog flight computer.
Oh, wow.
So this was the first time they actually launched on top of the 2.1, or the Soyuz 2 technically. So this was, I believe when it's being flown with humans, it's called 2.1A. And Chris Gephardt from NASASpaceflight.com did a nice rundown on this, but it's really cool. So basically, this is the clip that Chris Gephardt says, and I like this little clip. So, but as technology improved and other rockets became more capable, the Soyuz U began to show its age. Its computer systems were analog, severely restricting the upgrades possible on the rocket. Because of the analog flight control system, the rocket was incapable of rolling onto the correct azimuth after liftoff from its launch pad. Therefore, the launch pads themselves had to literally be turned and angled in the correct direction so the rocket could simply pitch over and be on the course of its intended orbit. And yeah, like I said, I have a video that I kind of dove way too deep into that, like I always do. And it's one of those fun topics, like why rockets roll on their, it's actually that's their Z-axis. Mm-hmm. It's really quite fascinating. Yeah. So that's fun.
I don't think the Soyuz gets enough love. I mean, how reliable has that been over the years,
Mm-hmm.
Tried and true at this point.
It's the only way we have to get to space still, and it's just absolutely bonkers. But yeah, I actually dreamt last night. Maybe it's because I had it on in the background and I was like listening to it while I was sleeping. But I dreamt I was in this capsule, and then they like bring this big, scary, like rusty thing down over you, and like it was kind of like I was getting into this like Soyuz capsule thing, and I was scared because it was like old school.
So I saw also that it launched from Kazakhstan. So shout out to our friends from Kazakhstan. But does it still, when it separates, just land somewhere in Kazakhstan, like in a mountain?
Where else? Kazakhstan's got like thousands of kilometers of until it hits an ocean to the east.
So right now, when we launch from Soyuz, it goes up, goes over people, like millions of people, or
literally
however many people are there.
Literally hundreds, maybe, honestly.
Okay.
Because it's launching
and then
over like
it just falls. The first stage just falls down back to Earth.
Yes.
The
first 5.
Is there a field that's just like littered with debris from?
Yes.
Well,
and
Tim's trying to go there, isn't he?
That's what I want. That's like what I want in life, is to go see Soyuz debris.
Take a metal detector with you.
No, you don't even need to do that. Look, I think I've shown you this before a while ago, but this is definitely like a dream of mine. It would be to go. I want Scott Manley and I to go on a trip where we look for remnants of rockets. Look at how cool that is. And people go and they find it and they scrap it.
I love that picture with the guy on the horse.
The picture with the guy and the horse.
Well, it was down there a second ago. I think you clicked away from it. But
is this?
I don't know. It was just that like dichotomy of like a rocket and then a guy on a horse.
It's incredible when you see like farmers just hanging out and they just have these like
there you go,
these boosters in their farmland. And
I mean, wouldn't there be hazardous chemicals in these?
I mean, a little.
Yeah.
I mean, rocket fuel.
Well, luckily the core stages are. I think the worst thing that would be in the core stage And the boosters like that. Let's see, because they run on RP1 and there's liquid oxygen, but those aren't like necessarily toxic. They use hydrogen peroxide on their for their gas generators, but I mean I don't think it'd be that toxic per se.
Okay. I would love to see if I had the latitude longitude of where every one of those are. I would just love to see like a map, and you could probably see patterns over time of like where it's going.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, I want to go see this. And our friend Anwar Beck, basically, I told him, like, dude, I want to see this, and he's like, oh, I think I can make that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So stay tuned, folks, for a future Everyday Astronaut
when travel
documentary.
happens again.
Yeah, 10 parts, 10-hour series.
Yeah. The history of Kazakhstan, as told by Tim Dodd, the Everyday Astronaut.
Do not want that.
You're like, can I take this home?
There is a watch company that goes out and they bought one of these boosters and started making watch faceplates out of spent Soyuz boosters, and I want one so bad.
Is that like what was it, Euro Trip? You know, he like hands him a nickel, he like smacks him. You know, I'm buying my own hotel. It's like, yo, you want a booster? $10. All right, just really, just get that thing out of here. Okay, it's in my field. My sheep have been chewing on it.
I need it on a cow.
Yeah,
right.
like Cuba. That actually happened.
Oh man,
we dropped a rocket on a cow once in Cuba. Seriously.
Because screw that cow in particular.
Yeah, we don't like this one. Yeah,
very very complicated strike.
Hey, thanks for checking us out, guys. I hope you enjoyed this clip from our podcast.
We do a weekly show here on YouTube, so make sure to subscribe to Our Ludicrous Future, where we discuss all the things that are going to make our future totally ludicrous.
You can join us here on YouTube or at any of your favorite podcast places. Plus, if you want to get some behind-the-scenes stuff and join a cool community, you can help support the channel at patreon.com. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, guys.